Welcome to Diary of an Ex-Ho. I'm Cheri Hardman. I'm your ex-ho, and today's guest is Kristi Baumeier. So sit back, relax, enjoy the episode, and remember the old saying, always a bridesmaid when you're a hoe.
Hi, I'm Kristi Baumeier, and I am from Tacoma, Washington, and I am bisexual, and I am divorced, thankfully.
All right. Thankfully.
Otherwise, it would have been homicide. So, there's one way or the other.
Right. I haven't seen you in a while. It's
Yeah,
been
since Cheers, I think, just
a
before the pandemic.
maybe. Yeah. Oh, that was a while ago. Okay, so the first thing we always do is a marry, shag, kill. So I am going to go get that.
Okay.
I try to always orient this to the person it's for, but I haven't hung out with you much.
What did we just do?
So let me.
Started screen sharing. Okay. We haven't really had any conversations other than.
Yeah. So it's marry, shag, kill. You marry one, you shag one, you kill one. You're going to have 3 people. I decided since I hadn't talked to you in a while that I was just going to do the 3 celebrities I have watched on TV recently. And those are going to be it. Let me see if I can move this down so it's out of the way. Oh, well. Move down. There we go. So, as these are the 3 things I've happened to watch, your 3 choices are Jamie Foxx, Jason Bateman, and Michael C. Hall. Which one do you want to marry? Which one do you want to shag? And which one do you want to kill?
Got it. Okay. Well, I think because I don't know a lot about Michael C. Hall, and he just looks like he's kind of sinister, and he'd probably want to beat my ass because I have a big mouth. So I probably want to go and shag him and then leave him away.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx has got the good sense of humor, I don't know. I'm Jason Bateman. I think I'd probably kill him.
Okay.
I think that goes back to childhood shows and stuff like that a little bit too. And then Jamie Foxx, I probably would marry him.
Okay. There we go. We'll look at it. No, it wasn't in order. Okay.
Oh, right. I did not. I went backwards. Sorry.
No, it's fine. When it comes to sex, would you rather watch or be watched?
Oh my. I think I probably am equal on that, if that's an answer. But probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe be watched more.
Okay.
But I got to know I'm being watched so I can have the right side showing.
Right. Got to pose. We all know the good angles.
I know, right? And this one that my camera's at right now is not a good angle. It's coming from underneath me, so I should probably change that.
When you were a kid, what did your parents or whoever raised you, what do they call private parts?
Private parts would be your nose, your genitalia, or your breasts.
Oh, what did they call them?
Oh, they called them the vagina and the penis. I mean, like,
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't weird stuff, weird names like TT and like your choo choo or what, you know what I mean?
All right.
I don't understand that. It's just warp kids like really fast.
Right. Well, were your parents good relationship role models?
Well, until I was in middle school, yes. Then they decided to divorce, which left me kind of starting my life on my own. But other than that, yeah, they were model parents, and I thought that they were like, role model marriage kind of people. They didn't really show anything that seemed out of the ordinary.
So what did it really throw you for a loop when they decided to split?
To get divorced? Oh, yeah. And I had misinformation given to me at that point in time. So I thought it was my dad that was leaving the relationship, where I didn't find out until he had passed this last year that it was actually my mom that wanted it, and they were in marriage counseling, and she says, I just am not interested in this anymore. So and then she took me away from the family home, which changed my entire life journey.
Right.
Kind of on an Ivy League path, and then I went elsewhere.
Okay, so how has their relationship or their splitting up or whatever, or watching their relationship, how has that affected you and your relationships?
Honestly, I don't think it has. I mean, because I have high values for the marriage union, and my 18-year marriage, it was going to be my one and done, my forever. And then I found out some really horrible things, and then I was lied to about them for 3 years, and then finally I got the truth. And it was like far beyond anything imaginable for the cards that one would think they would be dealt in life. And so I was like, yeah, this isn't going to keep going. But it had no influence from my parents and their relationship. I mean, they were very amicable in their divorce. I mean, it was like uncannily sweet the way they walked away from one another. So I've always had that. Also, maybe, yeah, I guess it does affect me because I've always had the ideals that, that I want to be friends with whoever I'm not with anymore. I want to
Right.
be able to walk away and not like think that they're going to come kill me.
Right.
or worse, whatever.
Right. Um, so I'm going to go back to like when you were a kid, and I want you to think about what I call your sexual awakening. So this is like when you first like realized like sex was a thing, whether like somebody told you something or you saw something or just you felt changes in your body. Can you tell me a little bit about
Oh, I
that?
know exactly when that happened. That happened one day when I was had my best friend over and we were sitting in the hot tub and she all of a sudden like starts running her toe up my leg and fiddling with my vagina with her toes. And I'm like, oh, hey, this is kind of interesting. This kind of feels kind of okay. But then I questioned, oh, well, this is my girlfriend. She's a female friend. I mean, like, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. Girls aren't with girls, guys are with girls. And so, and that was way before, the gay lesbian community was actually opened up for people to know about them. I mean, they were
Right.
very, very behind closed doors. So I was like, oh, I don't think I'm hating that too much. So I think then, and I believe 13, 12, 13. No, I had to have been like 11 or 12. Yeah. So that was that. And then
Okay.
I found out boys were dicks right after that. I
Yeah. Surprise.
know, right?
um, did you have any celebrity crushes?
Yeah, Megan Fox.
Really?
Yeah. She's smoking, and then she did some kind of plastic surgery to her face or whatever, and I'm not a fan anymore.
Mm, yeah.
So,
So what is your type?
ah, wow, that's a good question. I don't really know that I have a type. I think it's not really about a look, necessarily. I think it's more about a vibe or an energy, and because I'm empathic, and so like I can feel like when somebody's like got more light in them than darkness, and I tend to be drawn more to the darkness, but I try to ignore all that because like the bad boys, bad girls, they get you in trouble, and I don't need any help with
Right.
that. But
Right.
yeah, I don't think I have a type. It's like, if there's chemistry, you feel it right away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think I just have chemistry with everybody. So it's like everybody.
uh, can you think back to any mainstream movie that like had a hot love scene or sex scene in it that you always kind of thought about or went back to?
um, was that Blue Lagoon
Oh,
with
Brooke
Brooke
Shields.
Shields? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the first one that I remember.
Okay. Okay. I haven't
Wasn't
got.
really
I'm
into Blue
really
Lagoon.
like. To me, this is really interesting. I love asking that question because there have been a few Titanics and a few Top Guns,
Oh, really?
but
Okay.
mostly everybody's had a different one, and so that's really interesting to
You
me.
know, I think I could throw in a second, but the movie Stripes with Bill Murray when he had what's her name on the stove with the spatula doing the Aunt Jemima treatment. No, no. Just the bringing in of tools. I don't know. Maybe that's the part that I.
Do you watch porn?
Don't tell my kids, but yes.
Do you have
And
a
I was
go?
exposed to that the first time from my son. My oldest son
Really?
had a folder on my desktop on my computer said Taylor stuff. So I open up because he was a musician. I'm like, oh, he's got some songs in there.
Uh-huh.
He had video clips in there and porn pictures. And so what did mom do? She sits him down next to her and she starts opening all these up, making comment. Oh my gosh, she's fine. What would you do to her? And I'd start saying things. That boy was mortified when I was done. I said, next time you want to
Yeah.
have a folder full. Oh,
We lost connection there for a
yeah.
minute.
I was going to say, did you freeze?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Oh,
frozen.
okay.
So, okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I want to try and it says my internet connection is unstable. So
Oh,
I don't know why. We'll see what happens.
okay. Well, if it
Do you
doesn't
think
record, we can redo, I guess.
well it's gonna record. It's just there's gonna be gap. If we get cut off, I don't think my internet's gonna go out. I don't know
Okay.
what's going on. Um, do you think porn has had any effects on your life?
No,
No.
no. Maybe it's introduced me to some things I may not have ever had any idea about. So maybe, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes
Uh,
sense.
some things I know I would never want to do.
Yeah. Um,
Just some things with food you should not do. I'm just saying. I'll
yeah.
leave it at that.
Um, what's your definition of amazing sex?
Amazing sex.
Mhm.
Uh, when you just don't want to stop, even though it's not really going good, you just still want to be in it. And it's just your mind is like been disconnected, like you're offline, kind of.
Mhm.
And it doesn't really matter what's going on. I mean, there can be really nothing going on, but it's just been a roller coaster and kind of brings you to that point where you're just like, oh, you fuck. I
Yeah.
don't care about reality. I don't care about anything. And yeah. So anyway,
Okay. Let's go. We're going to go now to the wheel of dirty questions. So
ooh,
hang on. Let me share. Have to get out of this first. Go away.
bye guys. I
They
guess
don't
I
want
killed
to leave.
them.
They don't want to leave. I'm hitting the escape.
I have that effect on men. Just saying.
Okay,
All right.
there we go. Okay, you just got to answer one question. Let's see what you get. Do you actually enjoy giving oral sex?
Absolutely. 100%. I enjoy it more than they do, probably.
Really? Well, then you must enjoy it a lot because people usually enjoy getting it.
Well,
um,
one would hope either that or you're doing it completely wrong.
how's your body image?
I've had a lot of self-image issues in the past. I gained a bunch of weight, lost a bunch of weight, had babies that destroyed me. And I just had a tummy tuck done, and I have a huge scar right now that's like trying to heal. So right now, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh God, don't go in public because you'll scare people. And I know that it's my own hang up. It's not really anybody else's because like people I see, they're like, what do you got clothes on for? And I'm like, it's my own thing. And a lot of it came from the infidelity and the um disgusting shit that happened in my marriage that caused that because it took a lot of the femininity from me. I mean, uh I'll just put it out there because it's not my lie to keep. But my ex-husband cheated on me with his adult son from his first marriage. I was his third wife, and I found out about it 3 years afterwards from my stepson. So that really fucked me up a lot. I did a lot of therapy, and traditional therapy didn't work. So I did tattoo ink therapy, which was amazing. So, but yeah, my image sucks. My self-image sucks.
I get that. Uh, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body?
That I don't see those things that you see, which is not really a compliment. But No, actually, I do know one. A friend of mine that I've been seeing for a little while said he likes my thighs, and I don't see it though. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, there's cellulite, there's stretch marks, there's scars, but it's not the scars or the things that are outward that define you. I mean, it doesn't make you broken just because you've got these imperfections. They kind of fucking make you special, and it's your roadmap to life.
Right,
So,
right. Hey, if somebody likes them, let them like them.
right? I'm telling you. We
Do you
got a
have
lot of
any?
freaks in this world, Okay, the fetishes
Right.
grow, the fetishes are strong.
Um, do you have any sexual regrets?
Um, yeah, probably. Mm, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't really done like anything like okay, so if you call it gangbang and sexual regret. No, I don't. I don't. I was blindfolded. I didn't know who they were. It was great. But a sexual regret, I don't know that I have.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
I'm like I'm really tied in strong on like hard limits, things that I will not do. But there's one guy though that has like his little freaking lasso around me, and he manages to be able to get me to go and just to succumb to his every will. But he doesn't really ask for anything weird. So
Is there
unfortunately,
anything left on your sexual bucket list that you haven't done yet?
maybe a few more PDAs.
Okay.
Yeah, or not PDS, not PDA. Yeah.
Uh,
But I think that the cliffside at Point Defiance Park during the daytime when everybody's out there hiking was pretty good.
yeah. What is your host song? The
My
song that
host
when,
song,
the song that when you hear it, it just kind of brings out your host spirit.
it's called Water. I don't remember the name of her. Tila, Tyla.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's pretty racy.
All right. I'll check it out. What is your Instagram?
My Instagram, I believe, is Christie's Kiss. I can't go to it right
It's okay.
now.
I can look it up and make sure it's under your name. Um,
Okay.
are you doing any comedy these days? Do you have anything to promote?
Actually, I don't. I've been bartending at the Emerald Queen Casino, and trying to go and keep that going. I've had several surgeries over this last 2 years, and so I've been trying to do that. But no, I've met with a couple of. I've got a suit man, my friend that was at one of the shows. I think you were there that night. He was there. Yeah, he's got production company now. He's doing so. He's been doing some shows, and he was wanting to get me involved. And then there's Tacoma Comedy Club on Tuesdays. The guy that's running that, Cinnamon, is one of our ex servers, and she's now his. Um, Wrap It Up Girl getting everything involved and started. So I'm going to go and get involved with them over there for a little bit. But nothing's set in stone at the moment now. So I'm
Okay.
looking for a new venue. Gonna do stuff. Been writing a lot.
All right. So now is the time that you're just going to tell me a sex story or a story that has some way to deal with sex, and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy it. So,
Uh, okay, like a detailed story or something. Like,
well, it's up to you. That's totally up to your call on how you want to do it.
okay, all right. So this is a story about a gangbang that I had set up for myself, and this was after my divorce, and I was trying to come into myself and figure out who I was as a woman, and needed a hard reset, I guess. So I got a hold of 5 friends of mine, and set up a date where they would come in and I would be tied and blindfolded to it. Actually, I wasn't tied yet. I was blindfolded, sitting in a chair in the middle of the room. The first guy came in and he grabbed the ties off the bed and tied me to the chair and began to like whisper in my ear and blow down my neck and just a little heavy petting. And then the second man came in and they started to massage me and just kind of preparing me, taking my clothes off very slowly. And no talking has been done at this point. About what seemed like maybe 15 minutes later of being just massaged and pet and touched, the third one came in. And then I was untied from the chair and they placed me on the bed. And then the fourth one came in right after that. And at that point, I was completely naked. They had me tied to the bed, blindfolded still, and they would take ice chips and run them across my lips so that I was hydrated because I wasn't able to move in any way. And so then they began to touch and pat at me, and they avoided my vagina, they avoided my areolas, any of this those spaces that were absolutely, gonna trigger every fucking thing in my body.
Mhm.
And then the fifth guy came in, and at that point, um, there we went silent. Everybody stopped touching me. So it was about 3 to 5 minutes. Seemed like forever, where I was just laying there like, did they all fucking leave? I mean, like, what's going on? Am I alone? And then because I guess they were undressing and preparing, fluffing, I guess, maybe fluffing each other. Who knows? And then all of a sudden, I've got a penis pressing against my lips. I've got one pushing into my hand, and the other one, my legs were spread, and I had another man running one side and the other one running up the other side. And at one point, I think it was airtight, and I had like every hole in my body filled, minus my ears and nose. I guess they require I breathe. But so it was crazy. I mean, like the sensations and the things that go through your body as you're experiencing this, and blindfolded too. So you don't really, I mean, like I knew who they were, but you don't know. I mean, it could be anybody.
Right.
And so the excitement just swells in you. It's like, oh, okay. And then it all stopped. And I mean, this was been like a couple hours had been going on. I mean, like I'm just a sweaty fucking mess of flesh on the bed. And
Mhm.
uh and then it's quiet in the room. They all just left. They got dressed and left, but they untied me and everything. And so I got up, and I'm just sitting there reveling in it for a good, I don't know, couple of minutes. And I'm exhausted, but I want to do that again. It's like, holy shit, come back, guys! Get on the phone. Um, but yeah, that was the most exciting experience I think I've had. It's
Um,
pretty cool.
well, that is probably the most aroused I've ever been during the show. So
Well, you're welcome.
you said you said that was a hard reset after your divorce, and I'm like, that was a hard reset for sure.
Okay, so let me back up to that question about sexual regrets. So I did after that, I did have a little bit, because I was like, oh my God, fucking people know, they have to have known they've seen five guys pull into my house and then leave. And so I was worried about what people would say or think. And you know what? At this point in my life, I give zero fucks. If they're that busy worrying about what I'm doing sexually, they got no life of their own.
Right.
So, you know, but yeah, so there's that.
All right. Well, it's been fun talking to you. It's good seeing you again.
Nice to see you
Um,
too.
we're done. This is going to come out Wednesday. Um, so yeah, that's it. Well, thank you
Nice.
so much for
All right.
being on.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let me know if you have anything else that comes up. And if
Okay.
I get a new show produced, I'll hit you up.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.